2025, never been a
Yes.
better time to start playing Raid Shadow Legends. And this is our beginner's guide to Raid Shadow Legends. Joined with me is Kat. Some people know Kat as Squid Princess, who recently has started a Raid Shadow Legends channel for herself. And the reason why it's the best.
It's because now I can do this stupid stuff. I spent way too long making this today.
I like this girl back here. Link in the description to start playing Raid Shadow Legends, or scan the QR code here on the screen. And the reason why I do that is you get a bunch of free stuff. Tayrel, Rector Drath. You get Rector Drath after level 25, which I highly suggest using quite a bit. Now, this is a list that was given to us by a friend of ours who is a veteran Hero Collector player and a game developer himself. And he said there were 15 things that he wish he would have known, wish he had done earlier, or just things that weren't clear, like things that he learned in the first 2 weeks playing the game. And some of them I disagree with, but that's okay.
We have room for opinions here. It's okay.
Yeah. First things first is there are 4 starter champions, and I'm just going to go out and say I don't think it matters too much which one you pick.
No, but I like Kale.
Yeah, and I think the best of the 4 is going to be Kale. Absolutely useful, specifically in Clan Boss with all the poisons. Where do you use Kale?
I was going to say Clan Boss because after a long set of turns, I just watch the poisons stack up, and then the next time the Clan Boss takes a turn, it's like, bam!
Right.
So much damage.
So, but he's good. Eventually, he'll replace, if you stumble upon a better Clan Boss character, eventually you'll replace Kale, but Kale's a great place to start. Now, I cannot emphasize this point enough, is use the promo code Monkey King within the first 24 hours of playing Raid Shadow Legends. You also have to use it before you hit level 15. Explain why that is a big deal.
He is one of the best characters in the game, and specifically he's so good in farming. So you have to level up your characters to rank them up, and the best way to do that is to farm on this specific campaign node. And he is a character who can sweep the whole thing just by himself. So you just stack on 3 characters that need to be upgraded, and he just runs through it. He's so good.
I can't express how important this is. This is very, very important. The question came up, should I didn't get him, or I forgot to use this code. Should I restart my account? And maybe
we said yes.
Yeah, we told him yes.
We both said yes.
Because that was one of the things he put on those. Oh, you got to get Sun Wukong. That was like the main thing that he's like, man, I really wish I would have got Monkey King. He didn't know about this. He forgot that. It's a big deal. Now, I do want to point out that this button that I just went to in game, this right here, is not on iOS. Why is that?
Because iPhones are dumb.
So we have a split household.
iPhone, Android.
I use iPhone, you use Android.
Yeah.
I like Del Taco.
I like Taco Bell.
And then we
both like Red Vines.
We both like Red Vines. This is not a Twizzler family.
Also, Dodgers, Giants.
There you go. So there's a lot we both like the Golden Knights. But anyways, if you're on iPhone, you could either use the Plarium app, which is a proper PC app right here that I'm using. You can use on your computer, or you can go and use
Chrome or Safari.
Yeah, go to their web browser. I'll put the link to this, but it's basically all you do is Google Raid promo codes iOS, and then it takes you right to the Plarium website where you can put in your player ID, and then you can put the promo code Monkey King right here. Now, let me show you where you get your player code. Let's see, you hit on your face, your avatar, and then you go into info, and then you get the player ID, and you can hit copy right there, and it'll cut paste it, which is right behind the QR code there. What is the next tip? Oh, you ready for this one? What's the next tip, babe?
So Monkey King isn't the only promo code that will help you. These are a bunch of active promo codes as of 2024, at the end of 2024, so they're probably still good. You can do these every 24 hours. You can enter in a new one, and I highly recommend it. You just get a bunch of stuff. My favorite is the multi-battles.
Yeah.
I love getting those because I like just having my game go while I'm doing other stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So, not all of these codes work. Like I went through the list. You can only use them once. You can only put one promo code in per 24 hours. Again, this is very, very important. Use Monkey King first, and then it'll give you it'll say 23 hours, 59 minutes before you can put in your next code. So once a day, you can go and do this. Now, and in addition to that is click on all the red dots on the screen. Very specifically, there is one up here where right here, there's this Call of the Arbiter series, and there's a bunch of red dots. I've already collected them, and you get tons of energy. Watch the video, and then it says, okay, you watch the trailer and get this reward. Share the trailer, and then you hit share trailer, and then you just completely just don't do that. No, you don't. You do. It says share on Facebook or something like that, and then just don't back into the game because it kicks you out. It kicks you out of the app. And you just don't do it, and you get all this stuff. And I did this for you on your computer, and it was like,
and all of a sudden I had 1,000 energy.
1,000 energy, yeah.
I was like, whoa!
It is so much energy. In general, just click on the red dots. And let me just say this. This was what his top suggestion is. The game is very large. There's a lot to do, and if you've played other Hero Collector games, it might be a tad overwhelming because the game is 3 or 4 times bigger. I'm going to say it's bigger. It's just a bigger game. There's more to do. And clicking on red dots is helpful, but I would say clicking on missions, and there will give you missions. Like here, I'm stuck on this one right here. But what was your experience like on clicking missions?
It took me a minute to find it, but once I figured out that it was it's almost like the tutorial of the game.
Yeah.
There are some things that are direct tutorial, like it stops the screen, you have to do them. But going into missions shows you like where to direct your energy, both in-game and where you're thinking. It tells you like what artifacts to look for, what are good directions to go with your characters, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so
helped me a lot.
Yeah, it'll just teach you how to play the game. It's a really complicated, and I know that when I clicked on the missions every day, it just like, okay, go do this, go do that, or you click on it and it takes you to the area where you could do it, and it's like, oh, I didn't know I could do that, or then you just learn, and there's good rewards in them. So that was a starting place. What's the second thing I would suggest doing every day?
Do all your quests, especially your daily quests.
Yeah.
And those were, when I first started the game, I was super overwhelmed by how much there was to do. So I just focused on my daily quests, and that kind of eased me into it. And just doing those every single day, you get little rewards, you get silver, you get all that good stuff. But then they compound into weekly and monthly quests, which I don't even think about at this point.
Yeah. So honestly, you can ignore weekly and monthly.
They will get done by you doing your daily quests.
Yes. If you do your daily quests, these will finish themselves. They do, right? They just finish themselves. So maybe pop in every once in a while.
Yeah, just check them.
Yeah, like
the only one that I've ever not gotten to completely was the monthly do 500 500 campaign battles. Yeah, that's the only one I wasn't doing so well in, but now that I'm farming often, I mow through that easily.
So you have 30 days to do them, and I've had them done very quickly, and I've not had to get through this, get to the 30th day and then had to go do something. But you really don't need to look at these until it says 30 of 30 or 5 of 5, right? You don't have to bother. Advanced. Now, I am sweaty as all get out. I do this every day. Sweaty. I talked to Arnold. He does not bother doing this, and
I kind of do. I'm trying to, that's a goal I'm working towards, is to be able to do all of them in one day, but I can't at the moment, and that's okay.
You don't have to do everything in this game.
No.
You don't. You really,
Something I love.
You can skip things, and it does not matter. You can play the game for 10 minutes or 30 minutes or 3 hours or 8 hours, and you just don't have to do everything. It's not a big deal. That's like the main thing you liked about the game, is that you don't want to play the game today, don't play the game. It just doesn't matter that much. I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's a lot to do, but you don't have to do it.
One of the first videos that's going to come out on my YouTube channel is the 10 reasons that I play Raid Shadow Legends, and one of them is there is no pressure to play this game. I can come in, I can play for 15 minutes and go, and that's it. Or I can not play for a couple days because life happens, or I have a lot of work to do, and I'm not going to get punished for not logging in, and I can just do things at my own pace, which is something I really appreciate. I don't like feeling like I have to play a game all the time, every day.
Right. And here's a good example. They run these, I don't know, since we've been playing the game, that's happened how many times now?
3.
This is the third time.
This is the third event.
It runs about every 3 months, where you log in 7 times, and you don't even have to log in every day. As long as you log in 7 times while the event is running, and the event runs for weeks.
Way longer than 14 days.
Yeah, it runs for weeks. And if you just log in you log in for 10 minutes on 7 different days, they don't have to be in a row. And then you get a legendary character. I've got Loki that way. We got Skeletor that way. Now it's Alice, the Wanderer from Alice in Wonderlands.
And she's great.
And they're great. They're legendaries, right? So this is a big deal right here, getting legend. So this is an example of that you just don't need to play the game 3-4 hours a day like I do. I love the game and I don't mind. And definitely I'm min-maxing the game a lot, but it's okay to not do that. But even this is a good time to play the game because you're going to get Alice, who looks like she's going to be amazing in Arena for sure. Plus you get all the other bonus stuff. So the next suggestion that he put on the list is to save all of your epics, which are in purple, save all of your rares, which are in blue, save all of your legendaries, which are in gold. And what does that mean, save?
Means don't use them as food.
Yeah.
Don't be dumb like me.
Yeah, so the characters funnel up, and you can use your 1 stars to make them into 2 stars, and your 2 stars into 3 stars, all the way up to 6 stars, and it takes, I don't know, a lot.
It's a lot of math.
Yeah, a lot of math, and which we're not going to do. But I think so. That is called food. And sometimes you even get chickens, which chickens are food, and chickens are just blank characters. Like you'll get a 3-star chicken, a 4-star chicken. It's just basically it's not attached to the character, but it works the same way that you funnel up characters. And what I'm saying is, don't use your rares, epics, or legendaries.
Like if you have a 4-star character that's ready to be upgraded, don't use a bunch of other purple 4-star characters. Like don't use these guys to feed into that.
Right.
They're worth it. Keep them around.
There may come a time later when you're playing the game where you will do that, but at the start, just don't. Yeah. And and if you get duplicates of those characters, you can put them into the faction guardians. So like right here, we'll just look at dark elves, and you can see that I've got duplicates. You can see like I've got 2 Kales, which is my starting character, and then I put them in there, and I get bonuses. And I can take them out. There's no risk to doing this. They're
not locked in there.
They're not locked in there. So if you get too many of them, and the suggestion is to also, you're going to run out of space. How many of these do you have? You can see 100. I've got like 100. So you can, here as time goes, you can unlock slots. You can see how the cost is ramped up. But as time goes on, you have 100 right now. Yeah, I had to go up to 240. I was running out of space.
I also haven't made the progress that you've made.
Okay, yeah. So
you open a lot more shards than I do.
Yeah, you're gonna open up. You can open up slots by doing that. The other thing too is like those characters that I'm using in the faction guardians. I can put them in this vault. Do you use this vault at all?
I do.
Yep. And then
I keep Grinner in there.
Yeah. So
he's my favorite.
Duplicate characters or characters that you're not sure what to do.
I put them in the reserve vault.
Yeah, the reserve vault. You can't have any gear on them.
Right.
So.
But characters that I have in the faction guardians only, I just put them in the reserve vault.
Yeah. So if you find yourself running out of room and you want to save your characters, and some of these characters are in here for different reasons. Never mind why I'm doing that, but I'm just putting them there. It's like extra storage. Let's go to the next tip. This is pretty important to understand in this game. You need to get 1 character to 6 stars as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big deal. And the person that made the list for me says take Kale to 6 stars as soon as possible. I'm going to suggest that if you get Sun Wukong, take Sun Wukong to 6 stars as early as possible. I could even say that, or if you wanted to do Tyrell,
Hmm.
I mean, just you got to pick,
I did Rector Drath before Tyrell, but
yeah.
still good.
So, but you need to take one character to 6 right away. How much stronger would you say a 6 is over a 5?
Almost twice the power.
Yeah.
It's exponential.
Yes. So it's shocking and jarring how much stronger a level 50 is versus a level 60, and a level 60 is like twice as strong. So take somebody up there, and the reason for that is you're going to need a character to farm at some point. And my character was Sun Wukong, I guess. If you get Sun Wukong, you could do that. You can do Kale, you could do Tyrell, whatever you want to do. But that's how you're going to get through the campaigns, and you're going to farm energy. Do you do the 12-3 thing?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Okay. So 12-3.
And this is why 12-3 is the main reason I like having multi-battle, because then I can just run like 15 or 20 of them while I'm doing stuff around the house.
So when you start the game off, you're just going to push through these battles, and you want to go as far as you can. And that's a lot of going through the daily mission, going through the missions, going through the daily quests, and then you're just pushing through the campaign. Eventually you get through it, and then the most optimal place to farm is to go in 12-3.
Under the Brutal.
Yes, under Brutal, so that not Nightmare, but Brutal, believe it or not. And
it's actually where you get the most bang for your buck as far as experience.
Yeah, and so what the idea is, you have one strong character that carries the other 3, and when experience is warded, it's divided between all 4. So this is important. If you just take in 2 characters, it'd be split between the 2 characters as opposed to it being split amongst the 3. Because this guy's at max level, 75% is going to go between these 3, but if you only take in 2 characters, they get 50-50, and the 50% is wasted. And this is how you farm experience. And then you get the 2s, and you form 3s, and then you get 3s and form 4s, and it all just kind of pyramids up. And it takes a lot of characters, and I don't know how long it takes. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It takes a while.
Yeah, so focus on getting one character to 6 as quickly, and the idea is to have a character that can, what do they call this guy, your farmer? I don't know who do you use as your farmer? You use Sun Wukong?
I use Sun Wukong.
Yeah, Sun Wukong.
Just my badass monkey guy.
Yeah, and it could be Kale. It
could
could
be
Kale. We had some other suggestions from him, and I didn't do this.
Me either.
I didn't do this, but I just want to read it. Put 4 lifestyle and 2 artifacts on Kale to start, but otherwise don't worry about the right gear. I did not know what to do with gear in the first 2 weeks, and
there's a big learning curve to gear, and there is a video that will pop up right here that he made about what to do with artifacts / gear.
I would say don't worry about gear other
Not
than
yet.
Yeah, I mean, you can do this. The one thing I will say is that speed and accuracy is more important in this game than other games. Accuracy, I mean, I think speed's important in all turn-based game, but accuracy in this game is way more important. You just won't land negative effects if you don't have enough accuracy, and your character, most of the characters do land negative effects, and it just won't work right. It says keep all gear. Taking in gear you put on someone to +4 right away. Yeah, the cost to go to 4 is nothing, and the cost to go to 8 is a little, and a cost to go to 12 is a modest amount.
It's more.
But the cost to go to 16, it's
Millions.
quadruple the amount it is to go to 12. It feels like each level is like 4 times more expensive.
4, 8, 12, 16.
Yeah, so like I think going to like 4 is just a couple thousand, going to 8 maybe 25,000 something, going to 12 might be 100,000-200,000, but then going to 16 can be, I don't know, 1 million, 2 million. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I have seen anywhere from like 500,000, and that was a good day, to 3.5 million.
Yeah,
silver.
So don't do that. You don't need to do that.
You don't need to worry about that early on.
Yeah, I would say taking your characters that you use to 4 right away, then maybe your best character to 8, but you don't need to go crazy. Silver problem never goes away.
Nope.
Yeah, you're always gonna need
I'm low right now, but
silver.
that's because there's an artifact event going on.
Yeah, you're always going to need silver, so that is a continuous thing. And we're going to go to the next tip. What do we got right here? Don't worry about the arena other than to fulfill your missions daily. Do you agree with that?
I think early on, yeah. I've started, now that I'm about 6 months into the game, I can focus more on arena. The rewards get better as you go on, and I like kicking butt.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about arena. I'm even where I'm at. I have one character on my defense because I want to drop down.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
trying
so
to.
you don't need to worry about arena right away. I wouldn't worry about it. So don't worry about the arena other than to fulfill missions dailies. Buy champion slots as often as you can afford. And then this last part, I think we're gonna have some debate on it. Your first 1,500 gems should be used to purchase the mine upgrade. I did not do that. Let's go. This is. Have you done anything with this here?
Nope.
So there's a mine.
I have never done anything with the mine except for what it wants me to do in the tutorial.
Yeah.
I have no clue what this is.
It's where you get gems.
I know that, but
Yeah. I believe that the 1,500 gems here you will get back.
don't you have to unlock it? Doesn't it cost like 800 to unlock?
Yeah, and
It's
it's
a lot.
1,500 to do it, but you've been so I didn't do that, and that's a suggestion. I did not do that.
It's not a bad suggestion. It's just not what we did.
Yeah, it's not what I did. I will tell you what I did. I did spend a lot on energy right here, and it doesn't step up. It's always 40 gems for, and this will give you as much energy as your level allows you to have. You can see mine's 130. Is yours at 130?
Mine's 122.
122. So I that's what I did. Is I used my gems on energy because I wanted to move forward in the campaign. I wanted to allow my food to get experience so I could funnel them up to get a 6-star. But I did not. I just saying I did not do that. Okay. Then let's go to the next and last suggestion that came in. Save your shards for special events. Just use green until events that increase drop rates will come. Right? Oh yeah, that's a big
100%.
one. Yeah. So the only ones that can be spent without any worry is mystery shards.
And that's a daily task anyways.
Yeah, so for example, you click this eye right here, and then you will see that they are all in white. The exception here is sacred. You can see that that is double drops.
We have an event running right now.
There's an event running right now, and that is the time to when to do that, is when there's some sort of boosted drop rate, or sometimes it will say right here that you get not only, well, there's all kinds of, wait for a special. Yes.
I usually wait for these double the chance of a legendary champions, or it's slightly different with each one, but it's like double the chance of an epic or a legendary. I always save them for that.
Yeah, and then sometimes, so this is the double the chances. Sometimes it's 2 for 1. Like if you pull a legendary, they give you 2.
You
So
get
there's-
another legendary.
Yeah,
too.
there's different ways of doing this. You don't have to get super detailed on that, but when there's some sort of promotion or bonus, that's the time to open them. And just for fun, why don't we open this one right here? See what we got.
I was hoping you would.
Yeah, let's see what we got here.
Good
Oh,
time.
Good time. Might as well, right? We got an
It's
epic.
An epic.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. We
rear guard sergeant.
do not know if Regard Sergeant is good. Also, they reset the reviews
Yeah.
here, so it's really hard to tell what is good and bad. And where do you go?
I go to Hell Hades, the
All right.
website.
Yes, we met him before, huh?
Yes,
Remember
we
that?
have.
Yeah, we met him.
I didn't realize until I started playing Raid Shadow Legends, and you were like, "Yeah, that's that guy we met at TwitchCon." I was like, "Oh,
Rear Guard Sergeant
is
and
3-star."
all right. So then there's 2 websites I would suggest looking at. Hell's Hades is the one that I use the most, but there's another one called Yumi Love, and then you can get an idea if the character you opened is good. They use a system. I don't know if I've ever seen a 1-star, but it's a star system between 1 and 5.
I've seen 2.
Yeah,
It's the lowest I've
but
seen.
3 is very mediocre. Yeah, you're looking for 4s and 5s, things like that. And then they also tell you where they are good at. So that's a 5-star clan boss. Maybe that's worth doing. I'm guessing something to do with poisons, or there's something there. Anyways, very helpful website. The other one is called Yumi Love. All right, that'll do it for today. Lastly, and the most important thing, I think there's 2 things to take away from the video. Click the link in the description, scan the QR code. You're going to get Tayrel, which is an epic, and Rector Drath. Fantastic start to this game. And also, I can't stress this enough. This is kind of a big deal. Use the code Monkey King.
Oh my God, please do it.
Yeah, please use that code right away.
In the first 24 hours, go do it now.
Hours. Yes. The first 24 hours before you hit level 15, and upgrade this guy. If otherwise, upgrade this, the character that you pick at the beginning, which is, it doesn't matter which one you do, but Kale's the one that we did. That was the best luck. All right, that'll do it. Be sure to check out Kat's channel. Bye for now. Say bye.